So it's approaching the 2 o'clock hour this afternoon, just keeping an eye on conditions and keeping you posted like I said I would this afternoon. And what we've been talking about over the last couple live streams is just taking shape. That's the big picture, right? So, talking about things coming into our area. So, I'm down here on the Kansas side and I'm looking around Girard, Pittsburgh, Weir, Columbus. So, south and east of Columbus, there is a cell right now that is kicking up some about half-inch size hail for about the last 10 minutes, passing over this area here, says neutral. And this is south and east. Sorry if that's not what I said a second ago. South and east of Columbus on the Kansas side. So these are warned areas. That has been extended now over into the Missouri side. And so here is the warning um, that now covers. Let's pick this up. This is going to be Liberal, just south of Sheldon, just west of Jericho Springs. So this is in Barton County. I have Lamar, Jasper, and Carthage, Joplin, Sarcoxy, all the way down to Neosho and Newton County, and picking up Seneca, Kansas as well. And this is really, as we kind of back out, this is what I just said about an hour ago that we were going to watch for an extreme northeastern Oklahoma, and now crossing over into Arkansas. And that's just kind of what we thought would happen, right? So let me play the track. And these are just loosely clustered, congealing. I won't say line quite yet, but that's what we're watching for, right? As we get, especially towards the 3 p.m. hour. And I hope that these will be a little bit further east by the time that we start to pick up that particular threat. So this is about to cross state line, this particular one. So this is going to pick up Joplin. I think this is an area that we're going to continue talking about. If you didn't see the update a second ago, I put up this mesoscale discussion, and it's a little bit hard to tell in a big area like this. But what this is essentially showing is the boundary, which is this red line, orange line, whatever you want to call it, that starts to pick up between Clinton and Warsaw is where that hits, most of west central Missouri. So to the west of that, we're not out of the woods, but that is where Cape values atmospheric available potential energy starts to pick up through the 2, 3, 4 p.m. hour. And so that's the area we're most concerned with. But notice how it picks up this area that I was just talking about. I think we're going to continue over the next couple of hours talking about that Joplin area, that very, very southern part of this as this comes into Missouri. So that's just kind of a big picture for you. But let me go back to radar here. And there's one other thing that I want to address. And now we have just in that second. So hold on. Let's stay down here around Joplin because right now there is now a tornado warning for southeastern Cherokee County in southeastern Kansas, western Jasper County, in southwestern Missouri until 2:30 p.m. Let's get some information on that. Give me just 1 second. Until 2:30 p.m. So this is going to be the polygon in purple here. This is going to cover tornado warning now. Yep, I do see why that is. So this is this little cell that is still over on the Kansas side. This is just going to cross north and west of Galena, looks to me, but it looks like it's headed. So heads up to Carl Junction. Headed for Carl Junction, Webb City, Oronogo, picking up Alba and Carthage, all included in this new tornado warning. And here is the track of that particular cell. So let's check that out for just a second before we go up north. So I do see rotation. We will take a look in a second and see how high up that is. But I am seeing some rotating, absolutely. Potential there. There's also half-inch hail that is on the back side of this particular cell that's rotating right now. It's just a little bit. It looks off to the northwest of Galena, but I am seeing rotation in there. Not able to say if that is on the ground. But let me do a little bit of 3D look here and see what is going on with that. I mean, look, there is rotation in that. It does look fairly elevated right now, although it has come down. It is below 20,000 feet, so it's between 10 and 20,000 feet. I do see some spinning starting in this cell. So heads up if you are in this area. Again, if you're just hopping on the stream, good afternoon. But if you are down here to the south, I am looking at Carl Junction, right? Carl Junction, Lawton, Waco for sure. You want to be moving to your safe, secure, lowest level indoor space right now. You have a tornado warning that covers this purple outlined area for the next 24 minutes. I do see some spinning. I don't think it's on the ground. I don't know for sure, but I do see some rotation in the upper levels going on with that. Again, bigger picture though, up into Barton County, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 54 minutes. This is covering Lamar and Jasper, and down into Jasper County as well. It has to do with this particular cell we're talking about, which I am seeing some spinning. A couple of signs I don't particularly like here on radar. We will see if we get if this hooks around. I'm paying attention to this southern edge, looking for rotation as this is moving off to the north and the east. So right in the path, again, Carl Junction, Alba, headed off toward Carytown, and I bet these warnings stick out, continue to the north and the east. So as I was saying, that our track of things is absolutely picking up. Look how far the severe warnings go. Right now, down into very northwestern Arkansas, and picking up now into McDonald County, Newton County, Jasper County, Barton County. So northeast track. So I'm looking at Dade County, Cedar, Hickory, St. Clair, Benton, Camden, kind of all in the path of what appears to be coming. But as I was just getting ready to say, and we'll get back down to that tornado warning in just a second, come up here into Bates County and Henry County with me a few minutes ago. It's been a little longer than that now. NWS and Pleasant Hill issued a flash flood warning for Bates County in west central Missouri, Henry County in west central Missouri until 7 p.m. Hazard for flash flooding caused by thunderstorms due to these additional rounds of heavy rainfall that are just too close together, guys. It got started this morning. And so, low-lying areas in particular were absolutely had standing water this morning, and now a flash flood warning. And again, this particular area is not unexpected, but this is most all of Bates County and picking up Henry County as well. In that particular, looks like it just got added. Bourbon County, Vernon County as well, and just about half of Barton County down here picking up Lamar. Because thunderstorm or not, tornado or not, this is heavy precipitation moving through over probably the next 2 to 3 hours, guys. So let's go back down here. This is now coming into, this looks off to the northwest of Joplin, is where I'm at right now. So this is again headed for Carl Junction, and we'll see what we do have. I do see rotation out to the west of Carl Junction. So once again, message anybody in the Carl Junction, Oronogo, Alba area. This is coming your way. I think last time I looked, there was just some upper level rotation. I'm not too sure. This does have the potential to lower, though. I do see that as a possibility, but not getting a direct indicator of that right now. Let me dig around a little bit and see in this last volume scan what is going on. Yeah, no significant change. Rotation at about 15,000 feet. So, that's close. We need to keep an eye on this particular cell for sure. This is exactly where we thought that these would pop up today. I do think there are a couple more, at least behind it, probable to do the same thing, probably in the same area. And again, hopefully that this track takes off, probably picking up areas like Bolivar, Camdenton, Hermitage, Osceola. This looks to be the area just indicated in that mesoscale discussion. Here's the line that I was talking about between Clinton and Warsaw, where that picks up through the afternoon hours. And that goes for the next 3 hours. So we will come back down here. This is just about halfway through the warned polygon right now. Again, if you're just hopping online, this is a tornado warning in Cherokee County in southeastern Kansas and Jasper County in southwestern Missouri until 2:30 p.m. for radar indicated rotation, which I just showed you. Flying debris is dangerous to those caught in the path of this. And the path of this, I think, like I say, Carl Junction over it right now. I think your rotation is out here in the upper levels between Lawton and Carl Junction. And again, some hail continues to be under about a half-inch size. This is showing up as about 0.47 of an inch. So we will hang tight with this for just a second and see if we get anything more out of this little cell down here as it whole heads off towards Alba. Inside of the severe warned area, though, we can go a little bit further north and see a significant little thunderstorm over Pittsburgh right now, looking to pick up Frontenac, overhead to Minden Means, and this is just about to cross state line, which is also severe warned. So, Liberal, Irwin, Milford, Lamar, in Barton County, you are severe warned for the next 45 minutes. South of that, I see one, 2, 3. This is south of McDonald County across state line now into very, very extreme northwestern Arkansas. And I'm not using that radar, so it's not showing up to look like much, but there's plenty of activity that way. So if this all tracks to the north and the east, we can expect that central Missouri severe weather threat that we were talking about earlier this morning absolutely comes to fruition. So I think we got caught in enough of the conditional threat. I think the surface cape started to wane this morning when it rained, but we just had too big of a gap and just enough heat in there. And I just knew it. The dew points came together a little closer than I like. And so I knew that some of this was probably going to be a possibility today. But big picture, if you're just jumping on, up south of I-70, up through Warrensburg right now, there is a thunderstorm in Warrensburg. I don't think that entire thing has been severe warned. Does it have any hail in it? It does not right now, but you're having a good thunderstorm over there with a little bit of lightning, it looks like, headed off. This is between Warrensburg and Knob Noster right now. As we work our way south, I'm more concerned about flooding everywhere, but we have in the green at Polygon this flash flood warning, and that absolutely goes south and west until 7 p.m. this evening. So the farthest north severe warned area right now is picking up just south of Sheldon. I do think that this is just about to kick out. We're going to see what this cell does that is tornado warned right now. Let's check on that as this has now crossed state line. So this is just about to come into Alba. Webb City, you are on the southern edge of this particular warned cell for the next 16 minutes. I do see still some rotation back along right along state line, Lawton, Waco, and now has moved to the northwest of Ornogo. So that is what we're concerned for, not getting a report of anything on the ground right now, but it is low. I bet that you can see it. If anybody is out there, I bet you can see rotating like it was between 10 and 12,000 feet. So that should be pretty visible. So definitely some ominous looking stuff, and you should be taking cover in this warned area right now. We'll watch that for just a little bit here, guys. So it's concerning enough that I'm keeping an eye on it rotation wise. I still see it hanging out at about 12,000 feet. It's not tight rotation. It's not tightly packed at all. So um, it's just low. There is some spinning in this, and I think that's why they've flagged it to watch. But here, for example, is the velocity scan right now. And so red is winds that are headed away from the radar, and green is winds that are headed toward the radar. So we start to get concerned if these get tight and they start to descend, which I may or may not be able to see. But right now, I'm just kind of seeing broad scale rotation right at about 12,000 feet on that cell. So it's a helpful tool. We'll keep an eye on that for just a minute. But We'll hope that that passes over quickly without dropping. So I'm seeing a good sign here, like I think this is just maybe beginning to fall apart. I was not seeing tight rotation in this at all. I'm seeing hail. The hail has gone down to about a quarter inch right now. There's just a little bit of hail left in that, and not even popping up in probability. So that's a good sign, I hope. But they may flag this out. So Jasper, Golden City area, you may be tornado warned in a few minutes, just for the spinning that has happened. I don't think that anything is lowered, but it's just one to keep an eye on. So this may kick out in the next few minutes. Wouldn't be too surprised at all. So again, if you're just hopping on, and I may pop out if nothing much changes here. I like what I'm seeing, not out of the woods, so don't get too comfortable. Still paying attention down here, headed towards Jasper now, and actually probably a little bit more north of Jasper are areas that I expect to be watching. With this is our strongest cell. This is what's going on in the region right now. This is the only thing. There is a severe warning still over on the Kansas side, but I think you guys are about done. With this particular round, I think there's possibly more to come over there, but I'm looking much more over towards south central Missouri now. And I think you guys can see why, right, with the track of this. But that is all that's going on down in that area. Um, some thunderstorm activity up here in Henry, headed towards just finishing up in Warrensburg, but that has not been severe warned as well. So we'll keep an eye down here. I think I will take a break. I will jump back on. There's plenty of stuff left to come up, and we'll see if this takes a track that keeps it more in the Springfield area or if it makes it further north. Question mark, and anything is possible. So we're getting through it. It's 2:18 p.m. right now, and I still think that by and large, the later we go, the better our chances that things calm down. We still have heavy thunderstorms to come through. We have that. Like I said, I really thought today that flooding might be the big thing that we talk about today, and for a lot of West Central Missouri, it probably will be. We'll see if we pick up any severe thunderstorm warnings, but I'm looking a lot more towards flooding issues, and we'll keep an eye down to the south. So I will pop back on if anything changes. We will hang tight over the next couple of hours. Talk.